I want you to understand something about women. When there is war, it is women that is affected. You can see during the Boko Haram, it is women that is abducted. So the business is all about women. When there is problems, when there is any situation, it's also women. And then I want to also let women understand something, especially the Christian woman. We seems to believe in miracles, and that we don't have faith in miracles when it has to do with our health. That is one of the challenges that the medical profession has been having, even in Africa. I want to give us some examples. As a woman, it is good for you to have faith. And as a woman, it's good for you to believe in miracles. I am standing here just as a physician, but there is the greatest physician that I have experienced live, who is the King of Kings, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the one who is to come, the one that sits upon the third heavens with the earth as his footstool. By the breath that came from his nose, he was able to divide the firmament. I am standing under his coverage. He can do and undo. There is nothing he has never done that I have not seen, even medically. But I want us to understand, as Christian women, I'm also talking to the men, that medicine or your health is not separated from the Bible. Our health is everything with the Bible. Why do I say so? The man that discovered medicine, we call him the father of medicine. He was checking why somebody's child will look like that person. And in conclusion, he discovered that there is something even the electronic microscope cannot see in our body that made you to look like your mother or look like your father. And medicine could not understand that. And he called it a gene. He said, because since the beginning of the Bible is Genesis, let us call it a gene. And that is why you come to the hospital and we say gene, genotype. That is where it came. So medicine is not separated from the Bible. Secondly, whether you are a Muslim or you are a Christian, when you go to any hospital, our emblem is the cross and the snake. Because the Bible said, when Moses went to Egypt, he told Moses, when you drop your staff, it's going to be a cross. And then it will turn to a snake. And when it turns to a snake, you will use it and do these miracles. And then when you go back, you put the cross and you put the snake. For whosoever shall look upon this cross and this snake shall surely be healed. All over the world. If you're a doctor, your emblem is the cross and the snake. Because whosoever that look upon the cross and the snake will surely be healed. Ignorantly, when you get to the hospital, some of us, when we are ill, on getting to the hospital, we feel we are healed. Even without seeing a doctor. That is happening. So medicine is never separated from the Bible. And then some of us, we believe in miracle, but we don't have the faith. I want to tell us something. Because some of us that believe in miracle, and then we don't have the faith, we have lost a lot of women because they believe in miracles, but they didn't have faith. That is one of the problems. Believe in your doctors also, because God is the one that is using the doctors. I tell you, Jesus came to the earth, and he chose a medical doctor, Luke, as one of his apostles. He knew the importance of medicine in religion. He understood the importance of medicine in evangelism. And some of the churches that have embraced medicine, health, into their ministry, you will notice that they have grown wild. Because some of us, most of the challenges that we are having is our health. For women, please, I want to encourage you today. For those of us that are looking for the fruits of the womb, I am standing as a medical doctor, trained by God, anointed by God, because I know my hands are anointed. I have seen pregnancy, life, not in the womb. And I stand to tell you that a woman without a womb can get pregnant medically. It all depends on your faith. I have done surgery for 2 women. There is no womb, but one of them there is a womb, one there is no womb. Pregnancy can grow on top of the intestine. In the hospital, God diminify us. Even though you're a Muslim, you're a Christian, you will see some patients who are being rushed to the hospital with their last breath, and they will come back to life again. You will see some people who are not sick, say to say, if you look at them, and then they get to the hospital, they die. So doctors will always say, God has his ways of doing his things. Sometimes he goes against the medical belief or what we were trained to know. So, but as a Christian woman, if you have faith, you can believe in miracle. But don't believe in miracle when you do not have faith, because a lot of women have died. You're telling a woman that this pregnancy, you're going to do a cesarean section. He said it's not her portion. And then that woman will go and try normal delivery and the woman will die. I want you to know, I don't know currently, but I know previously, for every 1,000 births, Nigeria is losing 600 women. For every 1,000 births, we were losing 600 women. I don't know the current mortality now for women. Pregnancy is a risk. Some of us may be looking for the fruits of the womb. It may be that it's not yet time for God to allow you to get that pregnant. There is something God is preventing. You don't need to kill yourself. You don't need to hold God. You don't need to get angry. When your time comes, you will surely get pregnant. I'm telling you. I don't believe I'm looking for the fruit of the womb. I don't believe in it. Because these days, medicine are making some impossibilities possible in pregnancy. You can't just be in one place and say, I'm looking for the fruit of the womb. Meanwhile, there are doctors that are pastors. There are doctors that are bishops. And they can help you. And you will get pregnant. If somebody is getting pregnant on top of the intestine, women, you know when you deliver, the placenta will come out. You ask me, if a baby can stay on top of your intestine, where is the placenta going to be? The placenta is just on top of the what we call the omentum. We have jumped into an abdominal pregnancy. We didn't know. We didn't even know. The woman did not know how she got pregnant. But on the table, immediately they put the knife. We were in the womb looking for the baby. We were just cut to get to the womb. The womb was just there doing nothing. The baby was there for 9 months on top of the intestine. What a mighty God are we serving? And then when you are a woman and you have your baby and this placenta did not come out, you know what happens? It can kill some women because they will bleed and bleed and bleed. But when the baby is on top of your intestine, you don't touch the placenta. The placenta will die off inside the intestine by itself. That is the miracle that God can do. So we need understanding. We need medical understanding to understand that these are what that can happen to us. So, women and your health, 3 things are sending us to the early grave. Today, life expectancy for women in Nigeria is about 45 years. That means when you are 45 years, as a woman in Nigeria, for those of us that are above 45 years, you have to give God the praise. Because women are having life expectancy of 45 years. Why? Childbearing. Number 2, our lifestyle. Number 3, your stress level. We are being stressed so much. I am not talking about the woman that is a bricklayer. I am not talking about that woman. I am talking about a woman that you are thinking too much. We call it emotional stress. Listen, when you think so much, I may be looking at you and you say, no, doctor, I'm not thinking anything, no. I'm not thinking anything, no. You're telling me you're not thinking anything, but I'm taking your blood pressure. I'm taking your sugar level. It's telling me that you are thinking. Some of us, we are not thinking. We are so angry with God. We are angry with ourselves. We don't even love ourselves. We don't even love people around us. We come to church, we are squeezing our face. You are angry with everybody. Your blood pressure will be shooting up. That's the truth. Simply because 3 hormones are being released. Papa was preaching, and Papa was asking about laughing and smiling the way we squeeze ourselves. Listen, this life is good. You just need to have fun. You cannot, if God decide not to bless you, you cannot do anything. He said, I show mercy on whom I want to show mercy upon. He said, Esau I hate, Jacob I love. He is the chief advocate. You can't take him to court to go and ask him, why did you bless Magdalene and you did not bless me? He is not answerable to your question. You need to appreciate God for whom he is. You need to thank God for the life he has given you. Are you aware that people have over 100 million, but they couldn't buy their kidney? Do you work in a hospital? That you can see that some people are looking for money to get a new heart? Do you know that some people, they cannot go to toilet? So many illnesses that are there. That is why you come to church. You see me, I dance like I have never danced before. Because what I see with my eyes, you are praying to God, you want to be a multi-billionaire. But there are multi-billionaires that they are having cancers. And their money cannot buy their health. Steve Jobs, on his dying bed, some of you guys know what he said. He got all the money. I think he left about $11 million or something in his account before he died. But he said that we should train our children to know the value of life. That if he had known that, he said he had money to buy any jet. He could pay any driver. He could buy an Escalade. He can buy anything. But there is a bed his money couldn't buy for him. That was the sick bed. And he had cancer of the pancreas. Listen, 90% of the sicknesses that are killing us can be prevented medically. It's only if you want to prevent it. If you want to prevent hypertension, it is possible. I am telling you from experiences. I have seen live heart attack. I have seen cardiac arrest. I have seen people die in my hands. And then we begin to weep and cry. How do we tell the public that this thing should not kill us? And that is the personal passion that I have, that I'm bringing a lot of new innovations in medical practice. As a woman, please, hypertension can be prevented. Calm down. Let your emotions be down. Take it easy. You are cracking your head too much. You are cracking your head too much. You cannot fix this world. You can't. Not at all. They were saying that the number of men are more than the number of women. That maybe one man, how are they going to do it? But let me tell you something. Even though the number of men are so much, and the number of men are less, and the number of women are so much, but you are not aware that the women are dying more than the men due to childbearing alone. They are dying. They are not dying like the way the men are dying. You want to have pregnancy. When you get pregnant, please, woman of God, first pregnancy, fourth pregnancy, they are risk pregnancies. Go to a tertiary institution where you will see a trained doctor that will deliver that baby. First pregnancy, fourth pregnancy, the womb is actually meant for 3 children only. If you try the first one, give gap. Those of us that are giving birth every year, forget it. You are taking the highest risk. You need the womb minimum 2 years to heal. The muscles of the womb are meant for 3 children only. When you go to number 4, the doctor will tell you it's a risk pregnancy. You will say, I've given birth to number 1, no problem. I've given birth to number 2, no problem. I've given birth to number 3. That is why the gynecologist will tell you, 4th pregnancy, go to LASUT, go to LUT, go to UCH. It is not a pregnancy that you will go to a maternity home. It is called a 4th pregnancy, and they are risk pregnancies. First pregnancies, risk pregnancies. A professional will handle it. I want to keep to my 20 minutes. That's why I'm rushing it. I'm going to give room for only 2 people to ask me questions. You understand me? This church is a church that our bishop believes in medicine. And we must also believe in medical care. Right? Now, if you know that you are having pregnancy for the first time, please go to tertiary institution. You need a gynecologist or obstetrician to take care of that pregnancy. Are you with me? If you have obesity and you're getting pregnant, you need a professional to handle that pregnancy. Pregnancy itself is a risk. It's a very big risk because you're carrying a nation in your body. You come back and then you want to come and deliver it. So be very, very careful. Then your stress level, you need to manage it. Some of us will say, I'm not stressing myself, but you can't have hypertension and diabetes at the same time. If you have it, your stress level emotionally is too much. You need to calm down. Because there is something called glucagon that is making you to have diabetes. And the adrenaline is what is also making us to be pregnant. Another thing that is killing us is disobedience. And that is one of the hardest things medicine cannot handle. When you want somebody to adjust lifestyle, they are not ready to adjust the lifestyle. It's even in the Bible. In the book of 2 Chronicles, you can read it later, chapter 20, where God explained cancer of the colon because a king disobeyed God. And God told him, your intestine is going to grow and it will rot out in 2 years. That is classical cancer of the colon. When you disobey God, some of us Christians, we don't read our Bible very well. All those things that is written in the book of Leviticus, that the Bible says we should not eat, don't eat it. It has medical complication. You understand me? It has medical complication. Fornication has medical complication. It has a medical complication. When you eat pork, it has medical complication. So we are looking and we are seeing that all those food that God said we should not eat in the Bible, they are all giving us medical problem. What about bread? God told the children of Israel, eat bread unleavened without what? Yeast. But today, we have left that's the bread you call the shawarma bread. We are eating the blown up bread. Most of them contains gluten. And gluten is a carcinogenic agent. It causes cancer. And then finally, I have just 5 minutes to go. Finally, please, I will not leave this place without telling you that you are standing or you're sitting here right now, you are water. You are not fat. You are not muscle. You are moving water. And that is why when you're not putting on anything on your leg, electric can shock us. Please, 75% of who you are is water. You must pay attention to the type of water you are drinking. I am not advocating Lasena. I am not promoting or marketing Lasena. Lasena, as at now, is not really looking for customers, so to say, because the demand for Lasena water is too much that the company cannot even give up to what people are demanding. But it's of a truth to let you know that this is the only natural mineral water that we have in Nigeria. And that is the only water you should drink. Because 75% of your body weight is water. Without water in 7 days, we die. Papa told us of somebody that went to the mountain and did dry fasting for 7 days and she died. Life story. If you don't drink water in 7 days, we die. Water is life. I want to tell you, if you don't have money to buy it, you can fetch the raw water. It's free of charge. Take time, if you know the importance of it, take time to fetch it and drink it. Drink Lasena water because it is 75% of your body weight. As an adult, you don't need protein, the meat, the chicken and all that, because you have finished growing. So, I have just 2 minutes. I will give room for 2 people to ask me questions, and then I drop the microphone. Then after service, I am there to answer any of your questions. Yes, just 2 people, only 2 people that can ask questions. Anybody? Thank you. Just one. Quickly, quickly, you can come forward so that we can answer. I hope we are blessed this morning. All right, thank you very much. Quickly, quickly.
Praise the Lord. My question is, because when you were about rounding up, you spoke that when somebody is aging, that you need not to be eating meat and chicken. So when one is aging, what is the right food for him to eat?
Okay, thank you. That answer is in the Bible, in the book of Daniel. Listen, you are only meant to eat fresh fruits and vegetables. And the Bible said in the book of Daniel that when Daniel ate fresh fruit and vegetable, even when he was in Nebuchadnezzar's palace, he was seen to be the most brilliant in 3 weeks. So we are meant to eat fresh fruit and vegetable because they contain antioxidants and they flush away toxins from our body and they make us to live longer life. Thank you.
Thank you, doctor. Can we give our doctor a round of applause? The best doctor in the whole world. She's the best in the whole world. Don't go anywhere. She is the best. By the time we close, always meet her. I'm giving you one secret. Don't you people see me with her when I close from church? Go and meet her. She will direct you well when it comes to health matters. Praise the Lord.